Mm, mm, mm. Hey y'all. Good afternoon. I'm pacing around my house and I'm gonna try to make this real fast. Okay. Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all really do need to pay attention. The things that are happening right now, the things that are happening in this world, the things that are going down right now are not coincidence. And this isn't going to be a video of me talking about conspiracy theories or anything like that, because they're out there and a lot of them are valid. But that's not what this video is about. No. The things that are happening in 2016, people need to be more spiritually aware of, because our veil is lifting. And if you're not familiar what that means, I do say Google it, but our veil is lifting. That spiritual barrier between dimensions is getting a little bit fuzzy because our magnetic poles are shifting. And we are coming up on a time that which the Mayans talk about, because 2012, there were changes. Gates were open. Portals were open. It wasn't the end of the world as we know it. It was the beginning of a new world and the process starting so that we could reach fifth dimensional energy. Now, fifth dimensional energy is already present right now. It's accessible right now because, again, that veil is lifting. It's very thin right now. So a lot of people right now, I'm getting a lot of messages about more and more spiritual contacts. More and more what people consider paranormal activity or ghosts or things of that nature. That is because the veil is lifting. These things that are now, were behind the gates of another dimension are now able to seep into our physical existence and reality right now. Now, the key to dealing with a lot of these different changes that are happening and coming up, and what you will see, which will get shit is going to get real, is to keep your vibrational energy high. A lot of people don't realize that lower vibrational entities and demons and parasites and multidimensional beings that are lower level in nature operate on lower frequencies. So if you are also operating on a lower frequency, you're going to get fucked with, because you are operating on the same level as these beings, so they're able to interact with you. They're able to touch you. They're able to get into your head, and you don't want some of these things in your head. You really don't want some of these things in your head if you don't have the power and the control to deal with them. Our fifth dimensional energy is a strong and powerful tool. It is the key to instant manifestation. So I want y'all to know something about fear when we are dealing with fifth dimensional energy being present. Fear is also going to manifest damn near fucking instantly. Before, your negative thoughts held a lower vibration than some of your positive thoughts. Now, lower vibrational energies, again, as it sounds pretty self-explanatory, do hold lesser vibration than your higher vibrational thoughts. But in fifth dimensional energy, everything is manifesting without the discrepancy of whether or not it was positive or negative. So if your fear is ruling your life, you're going to start to see your fear manifest in physical demons. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all don't want to see the skeletons in your closet hop out your closet. And I mean literally hop out your closet. I don't think a lot of people are ready for that. But I need y'all to get very ready for that realization that your thoughts, your deep thoughts, and your fears have the very real power right now at this point in time, moving forward, to really manifest in your life, to show up in your life, and you have no control over how it shows up in your life. Now, what I do want to say about the recent events, and events that are going to start to come into play, because this is just the very beginning of everything unfolding and the very beginning of everything happening. There will be more shootings. There will be more killings. Please take out all of the headline bullshit. Please ignore terrorism. Please ignore all that shit that the government is going to tell you what it is. Please ignore that, okay? And I'm going to need y'all to think for yourselves at this period of time, because y'all have been sheep and y'all have been led to the wrong watering hole. And I'm letting y'all know there are going to be some things that pop out that John, okay? But what I will say, though, without getting into the conspiracy things, there will be more things that happen this year. There will be a lot of things that happen next year. There are going to be a lot of crazy things that seemingly happen. There are going to be a lot of mass killings. There are going to be people that seemingly go crazy. They're going to paint them as crazy. They're going to paint them in the news as having mental disabilities when these people start going off and doing weird shit. Again, it goes back to the veil lifting, okay? With more spiritual entities being present, they are influencing feeble minds. And they are trying to take souls and claim them and use that energy while they can. These lower dimensional energies are seeping in because it's so much easier with our veil lifting. It's so much easier that we're shifting between dimensions for these beings to come in, and they're literally living through your fear. They're manifesting through your fear, and they're living through you. So if you are experiencing some lower vibrational energies, if you have any fears, sadnesses, sorrows, regrets, angers, deep-seated things that you have not forgiven, I really do invite you right now to start working on that. Okay? I really do want y'all to start working on those things, those deep things deep inside of you. Because you don't want to be in a predicament when this energy gets really strong and you get swept away by your damn self. And all of those things that you could have fixed that you chose to ignore, thinking that it wasn't going to affect you later, when they start to manifest themselves into spirits, when you start getting them voices in your head, don't act like y'all know. When you start getting them voices in your head, when you start seeing things, when you start waking up feeling a little bit funny, then maybe y'all will pay attention that our veil is lifting. So be very, very, very careful about how you're spending your energy. Be very, very careful about the things that you're allowing into your space. Everything ain't what it seems right now. It really isn't. Everything is not what it seems right now. Your biggest enemy is going to be the television. That's why I disconnected about almost 5 years ago. Don't watch that shit because y'all getting propagandized and fed and programmed like no other. And the sad part is our ego won't allow us to admit the fact that we actually don't have, some of us don't have the brain capacity to think for ourselves. We have to lose that ego. We have to protect our spirits. That is what we have. That is what's controlling this whole existence. So y'all are going to come to find when you can't control those thoughts in your head anymore, and you're starting to see people go crazy on the news. You're starting to see more killings on the news. Remember that I told y'all this veil is lifting, and you could be on the other side of that news story as well. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people because you weren't very careful about your spiritual discernment. And this isn't Christian spiritual discernment. It isn't Muslim spiritual discernment. It isn't Jewish spiritual discernment. It isn't Buddhist spiritual discernment. It's this get right, get quick now, because you don't have to believe it if you don't want to. But you're going to believe it when some shit starts happening in this world. If y'all aren't familiar, there's a lot of things that happen globally every year that don't make the news. There have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of sea creatures washing up on your shorelines. There have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of birds dropping dead from the sky. This shit isn't made up. Look it up. Go find videos of these things happening. They're not going to put these things on the news because they're alarming. Because it's actually alarming to the truth that this world is changing. This planet is changing. This earth is changing. That Luciferian energy, again, it has nothing to do with Christianity. Please learn yourselves and learn your surroundings and learn spirituality. Luciferian energy takes its control in many different ways. It has nothing to do necessarily with Satan. It has to do with the fact that there are beings on this planet right now that have come from other dimensions. Because our veil is lifting, we aren't safe or protected from anymore. So you want to know how to be the most protected and spiritually sound in this coming event and times where people are about to lose their damn minds and go crazy? Vibrate higher. That's really the solution. Y'all need to vibrate higher. Y'all need to start letting go of shit that y'all had in y'all past. Y'all need to start letting go of that resentment, the bitterness, the anger, the fear, the sadness, because those are the negative emotions that they're going to open the portals in your life, if they haven't already opened those portals in your life, to some deep, deep rabbit holes. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to survive these up and coming times, vibrate higher. That's simply all it is. Vibrate higher. At the end of the day, I used to battle with fear heavily. You know, I used to give into those demons and those thoughts and those things around the corner. I've been able to see spirit since I was a child. So for me, it had to do with really chiseling out that ability and trying to figure out some things that were going on. But I had to figure out what was going on with myself to manifest those different abilities. But for real, in order to vibrate higher, let go of all those negative things. And we know, the thing is, we know when we participate in the negative ass shit. We know when we're thinking about negative ass shit. We know when we have fears towards things. We know when we have anger about things. We know when we have sadness about things. But the sad part is our egos won't ever let us admit it to ourselves. Some of y'all probably left this video saying, like, I ain't got nothing to work on. I don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy. And y'all gonna be some of the main ones that are dealing with these spiritual afflictions as these times and this energy gets closer and closer, as our magnetic shift gets closer to really happening. I'm really trying to warn people that are listening. You know, I used to go back and forth with people trying to explain my ideas and explain my thoughts and back them up with theories and theses, and I will send you links and all this other stuff. I'm not doing that no more. Because at the end of the day, souls are being claimed. I can help. I can help give the information to save some people that want to listen. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be around all the time to pull people out the water. Okay? I'm very Harriet Tubman in nature. Either you follow me, and if you look back, I'm shooting your ass and I'm leaving you. I don't care. That's the time we're approaching. That's the time we're approaching. These are baby things that are happening now. The things that you see in the news, these are baby things that are happening now. 50 people died. I'm really sorry to hear that. But the things that are happening right now are going to get worse. Worse. So if you don't figure out where you fall in this battle between our veil lifting, the battle between these lower dimensional entities having access to our physical reality now, y'all need to get right. Get right. I had to lose my fear. I know that at the end of the day, I have a lot of things that surround me. Y'all don't need to see them. I have a lot of things that surround me. I have spirit guides. I have multidimensional beings that surround me, my ancestors, loved ones, angels. I got a couple of demons that I'm sure got my back, because at the end of the day, that's a whole nother conversation. You can't control these things if you vibrate high enough. But the point is, I know that I have an impenetrable army around me, and the universe proves it to me all the time. But the point is, you need to activate your army. Activate your army. Y'all need to really activate your army. There's going to be some wild ass shit going on. People are going crazy. People are giving it to the demons in their head. People are giving into the thoughts in their head, because that veil is strong. And lose that ego, because there are spirits that will tear your ass up from the inside out. And all that time you spend denying and in denial and saying, I don't have no problems, I don't have nothing to work on. They working on you. They already got you. I don't know what to tell y'all no more. Now some people that used to tell me I was crazy 4 years ago when I was kicking this shit are starting to come to me now, asking me for help, asking me to explain things that are going on in their existences. This has been going on for a very long time. I've been talking about this shit for a very long time. Some of y'all been calling me crazy for a very long time. But when the motherfucking demons roll up in your house, boy, because your energy ain't right, because your energy field ain't right, guess who ain't gonna be around to save you? Vibrate higher, y'all. For real. It's a warning. Shit's getting real. Look up YouTube 2016 strange. 2016 is strange. 2015 was strange too. So if you have time, go to YouTube. Look up those things. I want y'all to see naturally what's going on in the world around you right now. There are earthquakes. 600 earthquakes in Japan within, I think, a month or 2 months or something like that. Could have even been within weeks. Tsunamis, floods, mass flooding. Flooding is wiping out lots of areas. The water temperature is changing. Fish are dying. This world is about to go through some shit. And if you ever trusted your government, I ask you to get your shit together right now. Because they ain't never did nothing but lie to you since they imprisoned people when they first got here. And if you think that karma changes, I'm going to need y'all to get your heads out your patriotic asses and figure out who your real enemy is. Because people ain't nothing but spirits in skin clothing. We dealing with demons every day, and a lot of them is in office. So figure that shit out.